8 lads are drinking beer together and one of them says, do you fancy buying a racehorse?
It's not a joke, but the real story of a group of blokes from County Durham who, after a few pints, all chipped in just the £8,000 for a horse which has since won big and seriously changed their lives.
We're just a bunch of lads from Darlington, just pretty normal, pretty down to earth.
People like us, mates from a council estate, owning a horse, it just doesn't happen. Rat Steve all had a few drinks, and I mentioned buying a horse.
We're a set of lads from Darlow, working class, a horse that won at York.
The question on everyone's mind is, can we go back and win at York again? Can we do it?
And 3 of the friends who brought said racehorse join us now, as well as Showtime Mahomes himself, alongside trainer Grant. Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning, gents. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you. Can I just ask a quick question? How many pints had you had when you decided to buy this horse?
I think we lost count, haven't we?
Yeah. I had to strike while the iron was hot, you know. So after a 6 or 7, I maybe pushed the idea again. It started to snowball, and the next morning we got in touch with that man.
Yes.
But we also met over pints in the RA.
It's amazing what happens after a few beers.
Yeah.
It's the most wonderful documentary, this, in so many ways. Your friendship together, watching Showtime, do what Showtime does and how it's brought you all together. Actually, take us back to what it was about this idea that you had that for you and your mates to get together and buy a racehorse. Because it's not the first thing that springs to mind to do with a group of mates.
No, so at the time it was COVID. So I think that sort of changed the mindset of the lads, because we couldn't go out, we couldn't spend our money, and I guess we were just sick, really. And, yeah, that just seemed to change the mindset of the lads, and, again, it snowballed from that, really. And we also found out that racing was going on behind closed doors, and beer was getting served behind closed doors.
There is an ulterior motive, I think, is what he's saying.
It's a strong theme.
Yeah. So once people found that out, we got more lads saying, "Oh yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I'll fancy that." And slowly but surely we got the whole band of brothers
together.
Yeah.
The muffed punt. Had to get that right, Steve. Can you just explain? That's the collective, the syndicate's known as the muffed punt.
Yeah.
Can you explain where that's come from?
Well, we're all NFL fans, so I think it was COVID again. I think it was about December, January time, and we were all doing Zoom links, and so we could just meet up, drink on our own, but be together. And we were watching NFL games, and then it transcended into drinking games, and then a muff punt probably happens 1 in every 10 or 20 games. But someone said, if there's a muff punt, we all take our tops off, swing them around in the front room and have the rest of our drink.
That's not in the documentary, by the way. No. That's for the follow-up.
It's for the adult version.
My wife thought I was going crazy when she see me in the front room just swinging my top around in the air. But it's what you need to do to keep yourself going through them times where you just couldn't go out and you couldn't be in the pub and things like that. And then the name just transcended from there, and I thought that's a great name for the party.
Yeah.
So tell us about the process, because the moment that Showtime won in York must have just been incredible. How did you get to that stage, the win?
Yeah, so our dream was just to get a runner at York, because in the North East, York's like our Ascot, really.
Right.
So it's like 30 minutes away from our town. We've probably been going since we were 18-year-old, and it's just that iconic place. So our dream was, can we get a run there? And he ended up running there 6 times.
Yeah. The first race, we cheered the horse going into the stalls because Grant had to go down to the stalls handlers to help him go in, because he was saying beforehand he's not going in the stalls very well.
Too frisky.
Yeah, he's not going in very well. So we cheered it going into the stalls of the first race. That was the level of our expectations.
Amazing. And Mike, it's been the most brilliant journey, because of course there's the horse racing at the heart of it, but what's all the more important is the friendship between you guys in the partnership as well. And that's been hugely important for you, hasn't it? Because you sadly lost your wife, lovely Barbara, and your mum. And the friendship and the support you've had from your mates has been really, really important, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, when I lost Barbara and my mum in the space of 5 weeks, pretty dark days. I mean, that was in COVID as well. And then obviously getting together with these guys and getting a racehorse and taking us on this amazing journey. It's been fantastic. I wouldn't swap it for the world.
Giving you a bit of purpose as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, it makes next days look, you know, when we go into the races, it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Getting together, getting smashed.
Mike's only small as well, so he gets smashed a bit quicker than the rest.
Is that why he's always eating? Because it's in the running theme as well. Mike's got to be fed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mike rates the courses by grub, as we call it, up north grub.
Yeah.
So he's...
York's the best.
Yeah,
York's the best for the food.
Catwick's worst.
There was one time, wasn't there, where she read the dessert menu out. She was going, oh, we've got creme brulee, we've got sticky toffee pudding, we've got apple crumble. Mike went, yes.
All three.
There was options. There were options.
Well, Grant is down there with Showtime now. Good morning, Grant.
Good morning.
Good morning. So tell us a little bit about training Showtime.
Oh, Showtime's is a really easy horse to train. We've got quite a few here, and he's been a pleasure to have.
Has Showtime exceeded your expectations, though? Because the boys were saying they just wanted to get a runner at York, but to have a winner at York is exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very difficult to win at York with any horse, but when you're starting on such a low budget, it makes it even more difficult. So it's much more of a surprise.
Your ears just
Sorry.
dropped
Yeah,
out.
can
Let's just
you
get
see
his
that?
earpiece
Yeah.
just popped out.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's OK. And how much is it to train Showtime, Grant?
The costs can vary with how many times he runs and where he runs at, but somewhere around the £2,000 a month mark.
So winning certainly makes a difference to the fees, of course. Grant, how do the owners of Showtime compare to your other owners?
Well, they're great fun and very enthusiastic. And I remember the very first time Showtime ran at York, he was in the 5:20 race, which was the last race of the day.
Oh, dear.
And some of them were struggling to stay upright at that point.
And I bet even more so after he won.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
There is some magical moments in this documentary. I urge everybody to watch it. It's on tomorrow night, I think, 9 o'clock on ITV and ITX. But your families are all hugely important to all of you, Anthony. And your two boys, there's a wonderful... You've not seen the documentary yet, altogether.
No.
Charlie and Jack.
Just be ready, because both of us were in tears watching your youngest son, particularly, when he's talking. And just tell us a little bit about your family and how important that is.
Yeah, so my oldest son, Charlie's autistic and non-verbal. So Jack's like a young carer, basically, like thousands of kids in the UK. And as we were filming the documentary, Jack kind of chipped in on one of the scenes, and I was just so proud of him, hearing the way he can speak and just his empathy, basically. So he's had to mature a bit more quickly than another 12-year-olds to say. So yeah, I'm just looking. We haven't seen it yet.
No.
So we don't see it till tonight. So we're just our tissues are
ready to go.
Ready to go.
I think you're going to really, really enjoy it, because there's the narrative of Showtime that runs through it, but you guys and your friendship and your families and exactly who you are as people and how you all take care of each other is just brilliant in this. I think you're going to.
I'd imagine, Mike, you've started planning for the auditions for the film version of Showtime. Have you decided who you would like to play you in the film?
Maybe it's me.
Oh, you can do it yourself. You're going to do it yourself.
They couldn't take the food budget. They wouldn't be able
Probably
to
somebody like Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Jeff's already got Danny DeVito filmed in.
Have you all planned who's playing who? In the film?
George Clooney.
George Clooney,
Obviously.
yes. Anthony?
Henry Cavill, some of that.
Henry
yeah,
Cavill,
yeah,
great.
some of that stuff.
Amazing.
Maybe.
Well, it's on tomorrow on ITV at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
It's Showtime. Don't miss it.
It's
It's
a really wonderful,
great.
wonderful
really,
documentary.
Really
Good luck for the oncoming season as well.
Yes.
Grant, thank you very much, and Showtime for joining us this
Look how
morning.
beautiful
Thank
he
you.
is.
He
It's
is a beautiful horse.
And the horse
And
is
the
nice as well.
horse.
It's so obvious. Grant can play himself in the movie, by the way. Right.